Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Good morning.
Please sit.
Thank you, sir.
Pandurang, you are from Karnataka,
Yes, sir.
but your name sounds Maharashtrian,
Yes, sir.
correct?
Yes,
Am I
sir.
right?
Sure, sir.
And how is that? Was it because your parents or grandparents migrated there, or how was it?
Sir, Panduranga is very popular name in the region of Karnataka, northern Karnataka and Maharashtra because of Lord Panduranga. The Bhakti movement was popular, sir. And my parents worship Lord Panduranga. So that's how I got that name.
That is how you got your name. But what I'm saying is that Maharashtrian from Karnataka, was it because your parents moved there, or was it all one region once upon a time, or what?
No, sir. My parents did not move from Maharashtra. My parents are from Karnataka originally.
All right. Okay. Now, because you are from Karnataka, the first thing that comes to mind is the water crisis in Bangalore.
Yes, sir.
Now government is saying we are doing this, we are doing that, people are worried, etc. Why could not have some proactive action been taken maybe 5 years back when we knew this was coming?
Yes, sir. So this year it was a little bit odd year, sir, because of the El Nino event that happened. The rainfall was very less. Government should have taken certain steps in such emergency situation. But there were some delays, sir. The Kaveri Phase 5 project that is being implemented, it has been delayed.
That does not solve the problem of the ordinary citizen. People need water now.
Yes.
When will Kaveri project come up, not come up? Ordinary citizen is not bothered.
Yes.
So suppose you had something to do with that, how would you handle this crisis, that immediate relief to people?
Yes, sir. There are around 110 villages around Bangalore which does not have the pipe drinking supply. That's where the crisis is very crucial now. I think the immediate step should be to provide the water tankers to 110 villages. And government is also thinking about taking over the irrigation borewells to supply drinking water. And I think in my steps will also be similar, sir, to ensure that there is no improper use of water such as gardening, car washing. This should be restricted, and this in the short term, sir. In the long term, we should develop those Kaveri water project.
Done. Now Karnataka seems to have a flag of its own.
Yes,
What colors?
sir. Yellow and red, sir.
Which one is on top?
Sir, it is yellow and then it is red.
What do these colors indicate?
Sir, I've read about it, sir, but I forgot. Sorry.
But it's an unofficial flag, it's not an official flag, is it?
Yes, sir, it is not recognized by either constitution or any statute.
Does the constitution allow a state to have a flag?
Sir, it does not disallow any state to have a flag, but there is no specific provision as such within the constitution, sir. The Supreme Court has said that it can be hosted below the national flag.
All right. Yesterday, China objected because our Prime Minister went to Arunachal Pradesh.
Yes, sir.
Why should China object if our PM goes to our own state?
Yes, sir. The China believes that the Arunachal is part of its five-finger area, but which is illegal. Arunachal Pradesh is integral part of India since its origin. So it is illegal, so it is not. The China just wants to have that pressure point in its salami slicing policy and its expansionary mode of thinking around the India's border.
My last question again connected to Arunachal. In the mid-90s, the government of India decided to send a delegation of IAS officers to China. In that, there were 1 or 2 officers who were originally from Arunachal. Now, when the passports went for the visas, the Chinese sent those 2 Arunachal officers' passports back saying that they are our people, they don't need a visa.
Yes.
Now, if you send them to China, you are admitting that Arunachal is part of China. If you don't send them to China, it's a diplomatic defeat. What would you do?
Sir, in that situation, we have to stick by our stand, sir. We have to stick by our stand. We have to send delegates.
If they don't give a visa, I mean, how? What? There's no stand here. There's complete confusion now.
Yes, sir. This can be taken up through diplomatic.
Now, if I withdraw those two Arunachal officers from the delegation, that itself is humiliating.
Yes, sir.
So then, find a way out. You don't say take a stand. What is the way out?
So taking them out is not a solution, sir. We have to send them. That is there because anyway
We have to send them, but how?
sir, without visa, they will still have entry, sir. They can still
If
visit.
I am sending somebody without visa to China, I am admitting Arunachal is part of China. Then?
Sorry, sir.
He'll learn the tricks. Okay, Pandurang, you watch Korean drama.
Yes, sir.
You know what is happening in Korea and Japan? A very major thing is happening.
Sir, there are some protests by the doctors in Korea.
No, not that. Something happening to the demography of these two countries.
Yes, sir. There is fast decline of population with the decline in the total fertility rates.
Why it's happening?
So there are many reasons for it. One is the fifth transition that is happening within the.
Can you be slightly louder? We are all above 60.
Yes, sir. That is the socio-economic transformation that has happened. Improvement in the Human Development Index, education, employment, and urbanization that has led to nuclearization of families, which has reduced the total fertility rate in Japan and South Korea. This is the primary reasons.
No, the primary reason is almost 40% of the girls don't want to marry, and almost 50% of the eligible couples think that they'll not get a suitable person. So almost half of the youth in the marriageable age feel that they'll never get married. More than that actually. 60% is the figure. And that's why if there'll be no marriages, then what will you do with fertility rate? It will definitely come down. So anyway, so what have these countries done regarding taking care of elderly who get bedridden?
Yes, sir. They have invested in geriatric healthcare. Even the companies in Japan, they have increased the investment in the social securities such as old age healthcare, pension. In some companies, it is on 40% of their expenditure is on social securities. And apart from that, they have community health centers and old age care homes.
Yeah, see what simple thing they have done is they have made a long-term care insurance. So you apply for insurance at the age of 40, and then when you are bedridden, you are given care that way. But anyway, it's a very major crisis they are facing, and they are wanting manpower. Is India in a position to give them caregivers?
Yes, sir. India has the demographic power. I think diplomatically there have been negotiation to enhance this people-to-people ties and increase migration from the government as well.
Okay, your family is into farming. What is the water requirement for 1 kg of rice production?
Sir, exact amount I am not aware, but it is around some 100,000 liters or something.
100,000 liters.
Yes, sir.
Think again, 100,000 liters for 1 kg of rice.
So that is the data that I can recall now, sir. Even I had some doubt.
It's around 4,000 liters of water. 4 to 5,000. Anyway, so what do? We ban growing of rice?
No, sir. Banning growing of rice is not an option because rice is a staple food of majority of India.
Okay, then what is the solution?
So we have to identify there are non-water intensive ways of rice cultivation, and there are something called rice intensification system of rice intensification cultivation (SRI) that should be explored. And apart from that, there should be diversification of the food products itself towards more value-added crops like horticulture.
Yeah. Now, what are the other ways of irrigation possible for rice?
Sir, one is the micro irrigation, sir.
Now, can you do drip irrigation for rice?
So if we adopt the different methods that are recently found out by the Indian Agriculture Research Institute as well, some varieties can be grown with the drip irrigation as well. But as of now, it is flood irrigation.
No, you can do sprinkler. Drip you can't do, but sprinkler you can do easily. Okay.
Pandurang, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
So, in Karnataka, you have a very good Congress majority government. In Tamil Nadu also, DMK majority government. Why can't this water problem or other issues can be solved permanently?
Yes, sir. The Kaveri water issue between Tamil Nadu and Karnataka is a long historical and disputed issue. Now it has given to multiple challenges. The one is majorly it is the non-implementation of the Kaveri Water Dispute Tribunal order by both the state. There is political willingness is missing on either side of it. And second one is there is less focus on the people's mobilization on either side to support the cause of integrated watershed development. That is not happening. And thirdly, every time during the elections and all, this issue becomes very sensitive, and this has many implication on vote banks as well. There are some challenges, sir.
So right now, even when both the governments are from the same alliance, there is no political willingness.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So can you tell what are the other problems that Karnataka state have with other states?
Yes, sir. It has border dispute with Maharashtra with respect to Belgavi, and Mahadai dispute with Goa. These are some other disputes.
Okay. So what is Belgavi dispute is about?
Yes, sir. With the State Reorganization Act of 1956, Belgavi district was given to was made part of Karnataka, but Maharashtra kept asking, Maharashtra kept demanding the district of Belgavi. Post that, it was based on the majority of the people speaking Marathi there, who have a large population. Post that, the government has set up the Mahajan Commission report as well. So,
okay. So, one more question related to Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. So, do you think this Dravidian parochial politics is now spreading to Karnataka? I mean, a kind of a separatist mindset from rest of India, identifying that they are different. That mindset is now spreading to Karnataka?
Sir, I would beg to differ that there is separatist mindset in the Tamil Nadu. We are all integral part of Union of India. It is there is no such question as separatism, sir. Federalism is basic feature of Constitution. So there is every right to assert the state's willingness, but I don't think it is spreading or there is any separatism.
But some of you, the Karnataka ministers, are speaking some things like that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, that was an unfortunate incident that happened with one of the member of parliament from Karnataka. But I don't think, sir, there is any spreading of separatism or any such.
Okay. And one more thing, since again from the south, Tamil Nadu has huge cultural heritage, Indian cultural heritage and history, a very proud history. Now, how did the people of Tamil Nadu accepted some ministers or the politicians so who are outrightly rejecting the belief system of the people?
Belief system. Sorry, sir, I'm unable to understand the question.
So, how is the people of Tamil Nadu accepted the politicians who are rejecting the blind beliefs or say the belief system of the people?
Sorry, sir, I'm unable to frame.
Okay. Next. So, you are from, what's your work role in your product manager post?
In my role, I was in charge of ensuring the proper streamlining of the Cisco products at manufacturing at Foxconn in China. I used to coordinate with the design team and the test team and the manufacturing team to ensure that there is no faults, and if such any issues arise, to address them in technical.
What are the main products that Foxconn is into?
So Foxconn is into many products, manufacturing of mobile phones, computers, and many consumer goods like ACs, the refrigerators.
So is it coming to India with multiple projects?
Yes, sir, there have been negotiations. They have shown interest to invest in Karnataka and the state of Andhra Pradesh to manufacture mobile phones.
Okay, thank you.
Pandurang, do you think it was correct to reorganize states on linguistic basis in 1956?
Yes, sir. Language was one of the primary basis on which it was done. I think it was a right step because looking ahead after 70 years from then, India is more stronger. It is more integrated. The voices at the regional levels have been met. The education levels have improved, and the administration in local languages have been done well, including the 74th and 73rd and 74th Amendment Act. I think overall it was a good move, sir.
But then it has led to problem with the border dispute between Karnataka and Maharashtra. This Belgaum problem you were talking about.
Yes, sir. Such a step will definitely come up with some challenges. Accordingly, there are some issues across India, including the Belgaum as well. But these issues can be solved if there is the judgment. The Supreme Court, there is currently sub judice, and if it fast tracks such judgment and if it is implemented coordinatively among both states, this can be solved.
Geography has been your subject for the UPSC. Could you tell us something about the permafrost line? What is permafrost line?
Sir, permafrost line is the line above which the entire land is permanently covered with the ice sheets and ice covers. That is in the northern and southern poles. But there, with the climate change, this permafrost line is moving upper side because of the melting of ice due to increase in the temperatures.
So, will that land become cultivable thereafter?
Yes, sir. There have been reports saying that with the increase in temperature and the availability of the water in liquid form and the opening of soil, this land can be cultivated. But this is at the cost of environmental degradation and many disaster issues leading to floods that are reported. But this availability of land is in the temperate region where most of the world is developed. But this land is not available in the developing world.
But are you aware where this thing has started cultivation, where it was earlier permanently frozen, like regions of Norway and Scandinavian countries? Are you aware that some of it has been brought under the plow?
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware of any such particular situation.
So, what are the good effects of melting of the ice in the northern pole? Arctic region especially.
Yes, sir. With the melting of the ice, some believe that it will have a negative feedback effect on the climate change, which will slow down the thermohaline circulations that are traveling from the higher latitudes to lower latitudes. This can happen. And availability of water is one, sir, where now it is available in liquid form, which can be used to grow agriculture and drinking water supplies. But it has the negative impacts on ecosystem biodiversity.
But you also opening up the northern region for shipping.
Yes,
So that is the beneficial part of it.
yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Pandurang, you have opted for IFS at serial number 3 and customs and indirect taxes at serial number 3. IFS at 4th, and that is at any specific reason for that?
No, like I had the option to choose, sir. I decided to go with that.
That's why I'm asking any specific reason for choosing that.
Sir, I believe that my abilities align or I'm more suited to the top three. If I given a chance, I would prefer those three. Sir, apart from that, there is no particular reason.
Otherwise, you have now nothing about serving. People say, "Abhi, I want to serve within the country," or like that. Any such thing in your mind?
No, sir. All services are equally important, and I would serve any of them, sir, given a chance.
Okay. You tell me, recently the parliament said that it has the sole jurisdiction about the things, procedures being followed by it in case of parliamentary matters. And judiciary has no right to interfere in that. What is your take on that?
Yes, sir. India believes in the separation of power. Parliament has the privileges under Article 105. It should be concerned within the parliament, and the judiciary should not interfere. That is what is there in the constitution as well, sir.
But do you think it is judiciary is not interfering? Are you sure?
So recently there was one judgment about the bribery issues, whether it should be convicted or not. I think judiciary is interfering very cautiously wherever it is required. It is not abrupting any proceedings or any business of the parliament, but wherever it feels that there should be a complete justice, or sometimes there is a little political unwillingness from the legislature, that time it is interfering, sir.
No, now after that another case is before the Supreme Court now. Mahua Mitra case, you know, he has been disqualified from parliament. Supreme Court has taken cognizance of that. They have admitted the case.
Yes. Yeah.
So in that case, the parliament is of the view that why Supreme Court has no jurisdiction in such matters.
So there are also allegations about corruption, and in that particular case, ED has filed a case. I think it is in that sense the Supreme Court has taken cognizance. So that is this as for my knowledge. Sir.
Okay, you tell me what is the difference between act and rules?
So act is made by the legislative bodies, which are given sanction by the legislation body, and they are the larger outlines. But rules are much more detailed, which are made by the executive to implement those acts.
So if suppose there is some time limit for that, under which the rules have to be framed. Suppose law is passed and gets the presidential assent on 1st January 2024. Within how much period the rule should be framed thereafter to implement that act?
Sir, as per my knowledge, there is no such time limit as such now.
No, there is a time limit of 6 months. And in case you don't frame the rules within 6 months, then you have to take extension from which committee of parliament?
Sir, committee on
Parliament Committee on Subordinate Legislation. Okay. You tell me about Karnataka. There recently some caste census has been done there. Are you aware of that?
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And there are some reports about some criticism about its procedure, other things. What was that?
Sir, there are some criticism as to the methods that has been adopted, because there was no transparency as to how this information was collected and how the subcaste and caste. There is no detailed report as such.
So why do these caste censuses are required? Is it more political than actual social results?
So there are some social objectives that can be solved with caste census, because our reservation policies are based on the caste, and if we want to rationalize them and to ensure that more genuine beneficiaries are getting the reservation, we have to do caste census and ensure that there is sunset clause. But caste is also an integral part of politics. That's where political parties tend to politicize this issue as well.
What is the solution? Don't you think along with general census we can do this also?
Yes, sir, we can do this along with general census. The 2011 socio-economic caste census was done along with the census only. But yes, this year it is not, this decade it is not yet been done.
You tell me how this geography you have option affects the foreign policy of the country. geography, does it any role in our international relations?
Yes, sir.
What manner?
So geography determines the location of the any country. India is at the top of the Indian Ocean. Now it is playing a very crucial role in Indo-Pacific and ensuring that our policies like Sagar and the neighborhood first policies are because of the geographical location. And geography also determines the resources that are available with a country, which in turn determines the foreign relations. The countries like Australia, China, Russia, and US, which have the very good natural resources, have a very good say in the foreign policies, sir.
Recently, we are having some Maldives problem, you know. So, to counter that, Indian Navy has done something in Lakshadweep.
Yes, sir. They have installed INS Jatayu, a naval base in Minicoy Islands.
What else? Only one base there?
There is one Dviprakshak INS. There is one more.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.